You only pretend to want to do this. You just, and those of you that have paid to be here, you're pretending a little more than the fucker, the Nimrods that are on YouTube. And on a conscious level, you really think you want to. You do. You're not cheating yourself, but on a subconscious level, on a sub-rosa level, because of the damage your parents did to you that made you brain dead, you're pretending to want to do this. But you're pretending more than the cocksuckers that are on YouTube. When I was 25, 30, 35, 40 years old, I'd be embarrassed to say I couldn't come up with 20 grand. I'd be fucking embarrassed. You know how many emails I get that I don't have the money? How many offers, solicitations from females talking about sex? Let me translate your fucking seminar into Chinese, Hindu, Hebrew, cocksucker language, whatever it is. Let me tutor your kids. Let me fuck your sons. I can't even imagine when I was 20 years old, I could come up with 20 grand. And I didn't have any fucking money. So how is it now nobody can come up with 20 grand? How is it? How is it possible? Just pick the most loved person in your life, whoever that is. I hope it's not one of your parents, but let's say it is. Your good old mom, that old slag that had you. Instead of letting you roll down the inside of her leg, let's say that's the most important person in your life. If I had a gun in her fucking mouth, you come up with 20 grand by tomorrow, I'm going to blow her fucking brains out. You'd come up with 20 grand. That's how important this is to you, miserable pieces of shit. But we've had people save 5 years to come here. God bless them. Allah be with them. How it took fucking 5 years to come, I don't understand that, but are you all making $2 an hour like I did in high school? I mean, think about it. Just fucking think about it. Are you making $2 a fucking hour? You came up with $20,000? You live a miserable fucking life if that's the case. Or you're the worst manager of money that God ever created. And for those of you that live at fucking home, you got no expenses. What the fuck? See, now that's how I look at it. How in the fuck can't you do it? If it was important to you. Again, who's the most important person in your life? You got a little kid? I'm going to chop the little fuckhead's head off if you don't come up with 20 grand by Friday. All of a sudden, like Moses came down from the tablets, right? You come up with 20 grand. See, that's how I look at it. So you don't really want this. This is bullshit. You're just jerking off. Everybody understand? Sometimes we got a lot. For staying jerking off, you're just jerking off. On your, like you said, I just learned something. I didn't know that. Fuck, on a handheld. I guess, I never thought of that. I finally learned something here at the fucking seminar. And by the way, just to bring the YouTubers up, a female in the audience told me that women can masturbate on a handheld watching pornography. And so they can make it sticky as well. I never knew that. So I learned something. I fucking learned something. It's about time I learned something here after 24 and a half years. But I mean, we got Davos in the desert, 500 billion, then we got you, who can't come up with 20 grand. I don't want you. I'm not suggesting you go out and sell your children for 20 grand. Please, don't misinterpret this. But if it was really, really important to you, you'd find a way. There's no question about it. We had a guy here a few years ago that got $1 million in credit cards. He had he had 50, $20,000 credit cards. That's what I'm trying to say, the other way. He needed to come up with $1 million. I mean, they send people, I'm told, my kids, when they were still in high school, were getting credit cards. They'd send you a $10,000 fucking MasterCard. So I mean, and that's why the country is going in the toilet. This is the United States. It's going in the toilet someday. We've got, what, 20 trillion in debt? No, how many? We got a lot of trillion in debt. Someday we got to pay the piper. Someday. In 2009, 10, I would have let the banks go out of business. We would have started clean. It would have been an enema and it'd been all over. And the world would have existed. But we didn't. Because Bush didn't want to leave office that way and Obama didn't want to start office that way, so he didn't. So we just pushed it away another time. I'm almost positive if the same thing happens under Trump, Trump's going to let him go. You know how when you flush a toilet, the tidy bowl man? That's what it's going to look like. And I can just see, going around in a circle trying to hang on to the toilet. That's what it should be.